Greetings, good people. I'm inviting you to respond to a clarion call. Climate change is the defining issue of our time, and we're at a defining moment. We face a direct threat. Climate change is moving faster than we are. Winona LaDuke wrote, "Whether you have feet, wings, fins, or roots, we're all in it together." We have changed the climate, yet this change has not changed enough of us. Climate change needs to move from a scientific fact to a social consciousness. We need everybody to feel ownership of the problem and its solutions. Most of the 8 billion of us are pursuing an unsustainable strategy. We're eroding the ecological systems that give us life. Like the cow that refuses to suckle its calf, we're behaving in ways that will eliminate ourselves. What makes it even more disturbing is that we were warned. Scientists have been telling us for decades, over and over again. Far too few have acted with the vision science demands. We're living with the consequences. As climate change intensifies, we will find it harder to feed ourselves. More and more people will be forced to migrate from their homes as the land they depend on becomes less able to support them. Yes, people are feeling climate fatigue and dystopia. We're acting with neither intentionality nor urgency. The fate of the earth seems to have been accepted. Our silence will be deadly. A new story is required.
That is why today we are appealing for leadership from you to support this Barefoot Guide project. We know what is happening to our planet. We know what we need to do. And we even know how to do it. We have the tools at our fingertips. This Barefoot project is compelled by a moral duty to act. We will support people to dream bigger and dream and reach higher before they forget how to dream and how to act upon those dreams.
The Barefoot Guide Connection, begun in 2007, is a global community of practice from dozens of countries on every continent. We write and share real stories, tangible approaches, and accessible resources that change lives. We use storytelling to support on-the-ground practitioners to share their experiences, insights, and wisdom with others. You see, stories are essential to communicating experience and knowledge. Life itself is a story. Stories prompt conversations that shift the attitudes and actions of all who listen. They contain the complexity of life while reducing simplistic and fragmented understandings. Stories change our inner dialogues and allow us to safely express our fears, doubts, courage, and hope. Storytelling is key to removing inner hindrances to action. It's at the heart of therapeutic healing practices. We become more fully human when we listen to each other's stories.
We stand on the shoulders of giants. The Universal Declaration of the Rights of Mother Earth is based on the indigenous understanding of a living Earth community as the basis for flourishing society. The World Charter for Nature and the Earth Charter are planetary in scope. These three charters have each been elevated by the global COVID pandemic, showing how humans and nature are interdependent, and it clearly illustrates we are all interconnected. We cannot have healthy humans on a sick planet. We can look at the Earth Charter's preamble, written in 2000, which begins with a statement. I quote, "We stand at a critical moment in Earth's history, a time when humanity must choose its future as the world becomes increasingly interdependent and fragile. The future at once holds great peril and great promise. To move forward, we must recognize that amid magnificent diversity of cultures and life forms, we are one human family and one earth community with common destiny."
Why a Barefoot Guide on climate change? It will fill the need for information that is widely accessible to ordinary people around the globe. The guide will provide the reader with tools for meaningful action. It will present stories full of knowledge, approaches and practices already in use around the world to address these underlying issues. This Barefoot Guide will show that we can regenerate the earth by dealing with climate change in a more holistic, informed way, ultimately resulting in healthier communities and greater well-being for all. We're torn between despair and ignorance. We worry, will our families be able to live, love, change and grow? Will our children and children's children even exist? Was it our fault? Collectively, we wring our hands. We wonder, can we protect the earth that was entrusted to us for free? Will our air, water, land, animal and plant life be there for our future descendants? If those are killed, polluted and eliminated, will the planet be habitable? Is it worth the cost? It isn't too late to shift course, but every day that passes means the world heats up a little more, and the cost of our inaction mounts. Every day we fail to act is a day that we step a little closer towards a fate that none of us wants, a fate that will resonate through generations in the damage done to humankind and life on earth. Every one of us has an incredible opportunity to help our planet restore itself. Small acts lead to big changes. We concede it's difficult to change, yet people remain hopeful, and this is essential to a story of self-efficacy and community, to combat disillusionment and despair. The time is right for new ideas to sweep across the globe. There's nothing to lose from acting. There's everything to gain. Humankind has confronted and overcome immense challenges before, challenges that have required us to work together and to put aside division and difference to fight a common threat. We invite you to work alongside us to amplify hope through action. As Jim Wallace wrote, hope is believing in spite of the evidence and watching the evidence change. Thank you for working with us to make the evidence change.